Well, we are in Hillbrow, where we have just walked into what seems to be an abandoned building belonging to the City of Johannesburg. Now, underneath this building is a basement that is flooded with water. The stench in this building is absolutely unbearable. And right now I'm going to step out of the shot, and as you can see, there are people staying inside here, using the building as what seems to be a recycling facility. The MMC for housing in the City of Johannesburg is also here with us. We are going to speak to him right now. MMC, what happens to these individuals who are seemingly occupying this building illegally?
Yeah, well, I am quite shocked with what I've seen. But this is one of the buildings that we have identified for evacuation. We are owning this building as the city. It was handed over to Joshco for the refurbishment and for the purposes of low cost and affordable housing. Then the building, while it was still under construction, it got invaded. That's why Joshco couldn't proceed with the construction of the social houses in this building. But we went to court, we obtained the evacuation order. As we are in the inner city today, is because we are finding an alternative accommodation where we will need to accommodate all the occupiers of these properties so that we are able to work on this building. I mean, what we have witnessed here today is really quite shocking, and we advise that even the neighboring landlords are complaining about the criminal activities that are happening as a result of this building. It's people that we really cannot account for because it was invaded, but we are going to evacuate this building, and that's why today we are doing site inspections in the inner city to check on the buildings that we are owning so that we use them as an alternative accommodation.
Now, this is one of the buildings that you're owning. If we can move closer, what happens to the individuals who are here? I mean, as you can see, this is being used for business purposes. Right now, as you can see, they are living quite happily. What happens today to these individuals? Are you going to remove them from the facilities? This building, I mean, you said this building was under construction before it was invaded by people.
Yeah, well, we are working with other entities and other spheres of government. So this is a business that should not be operating here. So economic development, JMPD, development planning must also come so that they are able to deal with the businesses that are operating, because we've got bylaws and we've got policies that guide how the businesses should operate in the inner city. And this is a residential, it's zoned residential, and it must be used for the purposes of residential, nothing else. If there are commercial spaces, then we'll be guided by our policies on how businesses should be operated in the building. So this is an illegal operation which JMPD and development planning together with economic development will have to deal with, because ours is to make sure that we evacuate everyone out of the building so that we are able to work on the building for the purpose of providing affordable and social housing.
Now, in terms of providing, evacuating, I mean, you've seen the state of the basement. It's flooded, right? But what are the consequences? What are the consequences for these individuals who are here right now? Do they leave right now with your police officers who are accompanying you, or do they continue to operate until such a time we don't know when you then will decide to come back?
Yeah, well, we've got the law enforcement outside. I will be in contact with the development planning and economic development so that they come and deal with this. But I will also engage with them as they are outside on how they can best deal with these illegal operations here. But part of our processes in the evacuation will be also to deal with these criminal elements and illegal activities that are occurring in these spaces.
There you have it. We are in the inner city. The individuals that you see here are occupying this building illegally and should not be in the premises over here. Sanmonani, can we talk to you? Are you able to speak to us?
No, we can, because our boss is not around.
Your boss? Do you have a boss? Does he own this building? Is he aware that this building belongs to the City of Johannesburg?
Yo, sister, I cannot say more things because I don't know nothing.
So are you an employee over here?
I'm here to chill with my friend, yes.
Okay, so you're just here to chill. There you have it, one of the occupants, illegal occupants of this place, this building that has been turned into a scrapyard or a recycling building by illegal occupants, is now going to be well, that's what is happening, and right now what we understand is that they're going to be evacuated and removed from operating this illegal business. And as you have heard, the one individual here saying that there is a person who owns this place and they cannot speak to us because there's a boss and the boss is not here. But this place is dilapidated, and as you've heard from the MMC, the building was earmarked for low-cost housing, and unfortunately it was invaded by illegal occupants, and as a result they could no longer take over this building for the intents and purposes of ensuring that they are able to turn this structure into a low-cost rental unit like the building that we are coming from right now. For now, it is back to you in studio.
All right, of course, that was Mbalenhle Mthethwa crisscrossing there with the MMC in Gauteng, following just the various dilapidated buildings.